If you don't have discipline, you don't have structure. Discipline is what is required to put down your phone. If you don't have purpose, you don't know God. Hey YouTube, I'm Tavin, but you guys can call me T. Your discipline tells if you'll achieve your desire. Meaning, if you don't have discipline, you'll never achieve your desire. If you don't have structure, you'll never achieve your desire. One of the reasons why I still go to the gym is not because to get the muscle or to get the abs, like bro, I already have these. It's to keep my discipline, keep building onto my discipline. If I can show up consistently for 5 days of the week and put in the work, I can show up in other areas in my life. I can show up for other aspects in my life. My discipline shows if I'll achieve my desire. The reason I show up every day and record a video is because I have to do it. It is one of the daily doable. I have to show up and do it because it is something that needs to be done. It's part of what makes me disciplined. If you are a person who slacks off on the work, don't expect that you'll achieve your desire. If you are a person who are overweight and you don't want to get into the gym, you don't want to focus on yourself, you don't want to focus on your health, and you know they say health is wealth. If you don't want to focus on your health, you're not gonna achieve anything in life. You're not going to achieve anything, because if you don't want to focus on the main thing that you have, the most important asset that you have, what's guaranteed that you will focus on anything else? If you can't focus on building your body, if you can't focus on your health, there's no guarantee that you'll focus on anything else. Bro, if you are a person who wants to get rich or wants to be financially free and you don't learn anything about finance, you don't learn anything about investing, accounting, anything like that, you won't be financially free, you won't be rich, because you don't take the time out to actually learn about it. You don't try to build your discipline into accomplishing that. Yo, consistency is so important. I started posting videos frequently from, I think, February of this year. And I'm already at 72 subs in a few months, bro. And expect me to drop a nice, fantastic video when I hit 100. Because that's a milestone. That's a milestone of my discipline, my consistency. And if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have reached the level where I am today. If I wasn't consistent with going to the gym, I wouldn't have the physique. And the consistency was due to my discipline. If I wasn't consistent with trying to get to know God more, I wouldn't have learned so much from the Bible, and that is due to my discipline. If I wasn't so consistent with building my finance, learning about investing, I wouldn't have the financial knowledge that I have now, and that is due to my discipline. If you don't have discipline, you don't have structure. Like, believe you me, if you are unable to focus, you won't achieve anything. If you're unable to sit with yourself, you won't achieve anything. If you're unable to be by yourself, you won't achieve anything. Those require discipline. Discipline is what is required to put down your phone. Discipline is what is required to take up a book. Discipline is what is required to go to the gym. Discipline is what is required to substitute junk food for healthy food. Discipline is what is required to focus on you, to focus on the relationship you have with God, to build onto that relationship. And if you don't have discipline, you won't do any of those, and you won't achieve anything you want in life. You won't achieve your desires. Like, you see all of this? This is everything that either I want to achieve or I want to gain, or things I tell myself to stay locked in. And if it wasn't for my discipline, I wouldn't have any of these. Because my discipline is what helped me to become the person who I am now. My discipline created consistency for me. They say when motivation fades, all you have is discipline. There's a lot of days I don't feel motivated to go to the gym. There's a lot of days I don't feel motivated to get into the word with God. There's a lot of days I don't want to read, bro. And because I'm a discipline, it is required for me to do those. And it's because I'm a discipline that I will achieve my desires. Like looking back, bro, when I didn't have discipline, I was not so close to my desires. And now that I built my discipline to where it is, I am close, bro. I'm this close, dog. I'm this close to achieving the step of my plan. And once I achieve this step, once I achieve step number one, not even step number one, step number two, it's on to bigger and better things. And it's all due to my discipline that I have reached to this stage of my life where I'm. Bro, you know how it feels to be so close, like you can touch it. It's in arm's reach, bro. Like if I stretch somewhere, I put in some more work, I achieve that. And that is due to my discipline. If you don't have discipline, you don't have structure. If you don't have discipline, you don't have consistency. If you don't have discipline, you don't have purpose. And if you don't have purpose, you don't know God. Because once you know God, He reveals your purpose to you. I know my purpose, bro, because I know God. And I like my purpose, bro. If you don't have discipline, you won't achieve anything in life. You don't know what you'll achieve because you don't have discipline. Discipline requires you to do stuff that you don't want to do. But it also requires you to not do stuff that you want to do. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do, but because my discipline requires me not to do it, I can't do it. And there's a lot of stuff that I don't want to do, but because my discipline requires me to do it, I have to do it. Yo, there's a lot of days I want to get up and boot up a game and play a game. But I know if I play a game, I'm wasting my time. I'm not at that stage where I can boot up my Switch or boot up a PlayStation or a console or whatever and be like, yeah, I can just chill back. I'm still in that building process. I'm still grinding. I still need to become the person that I am ordained to be. Because I haven't reached that part yet. I haven't gotten freedom as yet. And that is what I'm striving for. And to achieve freedom, it requires discipline. That's bars, bro. You see how that just come together? To achieve freedom, no matter what kind of freedom, financial freedom, independence freedom, whichever freedom, it requires discipline. And without discipline, without structure, without consistency, you won't achieve your desires. Build your discipline. Focus. Become the person that you are meant to be. Help others around you to achieve the level that they should be. Become an inspiration to others. Bro, people see you, people see your discipline, and they become inspired by that. You know how much people I've inspired to go to the gym just because of my physique? Just because of me talking about the gym. You know how much people I've helped to start investing just because I talk about the market, just because I talk about stocks, just because I show my portfolio and show the money that keeps going up. And even to focus on the market, that requires discipline. Because if I couldn't train myself how to take a loss, I would have keep on selling. Every time a stock go down, I would have keep on selling, and that would cause me not to make any money on a stock. And I had to sit there while the stock kept on going down so that it could go back up, so that it could build that habit of me taking a risk, me losing, so that I can gain from it. Because every loss is a lesson, and for you to learn that lesson, it requires discipline. Bro, you know how terrible the market was? The market has been terrible for 2 weeks now. One of my big powerhouse, which is Nvidia, I bought that stock for 204 and it went all the way up to 225 and it kept going down to 214. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna leave it because I know it's gonna rise up back. Until eventually I'm like, yo, I'm gonna sell. I sold it at 214. I made $10 profit, and I could have cussed and complained, but I learned something in that moment. The market is going down right now. This is the best time to buy. Yes, I sold my stock, which I still see it as the best move I made, because I still made a profit from it, and I can still go and buy back that stock again. And eventually when it comes back up, I will make more profit from it. One of the person that I listen to, I'm gonna give you some ball knowledge, Wall Street Trapper. Check them out. Check him out. That man said in 2020, a lot of person got rich off the market. What happened in 2020? A pandemic happened, a financial crash, people weren't working. So how did people get rich in the market? Because the market went down and people saw that and bought. And then when the market flipped around, because everything is a cycle, everything goes back up, people made money off of it. People cash in big, and that required discipline. Some people bought the stocks and saw their money going down, and they could have sold and cut their losses. They could have lost more than what they paid for the stock, and they kept it. They watched it climb and go back around and made much more money off of it. That requires the discipline of sitting down, seeing you lose, bro, just to learn from that loss. And if you're unable to learn from a loss, you won't learn anything, bro. Because everything in life, every major lesson in life requires a loss for you to learn from. And it's not just your loss. You don't have to learn from your mistakes. You can learn from the mistakes of others. A foolish man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistake of others. Build your discipline, build your focus, build your consistency, and become the person that you're supposed to be. If you're unable to have discipline, you will never achieve your desires, because discipline is what is required to achieve your desires. That's bars. You see how that just come together? I'm a poet, bro. I'm a poet. But that's the video for the day. Peace.